Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Jake Jaboreli coming out to you from jaboreli.blogspot.com. The Just a Bunch of Referral Links one and only site. I got a lot of interesting things to say about these AppLike apps, but I also got some commentary on the Cash Magnet apps, things I did not know. Granted, I have not watched all of Cash Magnet Guru's videos yet, but there's certain things about maintenance that I didn't know about. Now, he did say, at least, I'll point out, these are the Cash Magnet apps. There were the 4 over here. Had a phone fail, so that's replacing that one on the far right, or on the right of the 4 here. So, Cash Magnet needs to be maintained. Even if you're on level 7, and Cash Magnet will definitely tell you this, if you are using Cash Magnet, you will pretty much need to interact with the device at least twice a day. Now, for the most part, otherwise it's going to be passive. And my results show pretty consistently that you're going to make about 50 cents per day per app, per phone. So, like, he has, 50-something phones. He's making, $1,000 a month. Still requires 2 daily interactions with all the devices. So, of course, he's spending a little time doing that. But I will say that when I went on a business trip just now, I went down to the Bay Area. I don't live in the Bay Area anymore. That's San Francisco Bay Area in California. I left these devices running for about 48 hours, and they all stopped working. So yeah, you want to keep making money, you got to keep interacting. Now get down here to the AppLike apps. Now there are 8 of them. I'm only running 4 of them. But the thing that's so funny to me is, and I don't know if you can see the progress or if you guys have played these games at all. This is Coin Master and Idle Golf, Star Trek, and another Coin Master. I did not realize I would like these games so much, but they're actually pretty fun. And so even though I'm supposed to be earning money passively here, I've actually been playing the games because they're not super addictive. They're kind of like with Candy Crush, but they're actually kind of fun. I just never had the experience like that playing these kinds of games. So let me go through with you guys about what I've learned from the last 4 days of messing with these apps, other than the fact that I like the games. So, 1, all the games pay out identically. They may not pay you in coins identically, and that's the thing I've learned. These 4 phones, I started at really high coin payouts, so like 500 to 700 coins per minute. So I've been making a lot more money on it, and that's probably going to be true of you if you only go with a couple of. Now you want to make sure that you don't do more than one account per 2 phones. So I've got 1 account from these 2 and 1 account for these 2, and I got another account over here on this game. Just don't overload it. Don't go like we can go with Cash Magnet. You can do 4 phones per account. Don't do that. Do 1 or 2. So it may be a lot more maintenance to have to worry about, but in general, don't go overboard, because then your payouts will be lower. In fact, I'm starting with these phones here, like 500, 700, 600, 700 per minute. This one's like 20 coins per minute. It's stupidly low, but I mean, it's still getting something, and I actually don't mind playing this game. It's kind of fun. Anyways, the things I learned is obviously the higher the payout you take. So if you take the $20 payout instead of the $5 payout, you get more payout per coin. But on average, it's about 100 coins per 1 penny. So 1 cent equals 100 coins roughly. If you take the $20 payout, it's going to be like 90 coins per 1 penny. So in order to get a $2.50 payout, it's 25,000 coins roughly. To get a $5 payout, 50,000 coins roughly, but it's pretty much the same thing across the board. So all these apps pay the same way, the same amount. So if you reach the 25,000 on this one, even after running at 500 or 700, or like over here with 20, that one's just going to take forever to get to 25,000. And these ones go much faster. So if you get a payout of like 500 to 700, 800 or something coins per minute, you will be making a lot more money a lot faster. AppLike claims that it takes a few minutes to recognize how much you are making per minute. So my advice to you, and these are the tips: don't leave the app for anything. If you see a notification, don't leave it. Now, if it's a notification telling you they paid you coins, yeah, okay, that's fine. But don't leave the app, and I just did. Don't leave the app because it'll cancel your timer for whatever you're making. Just stay in the app indefinitely. Obviously, you're not going to be playing these things constantly. You could leave it running like that. I mean, this video's been 5 minutes. I haven't done anything with this app hardly. Well, I guess I could play it really quick, but just stay in the app. So that's one tip. If you don't already know, and I'll reference the video, I think both Tech Hustler and Cash Magnet Guru have referenced this. If you're going to leave these devices on, I mean, you can set their timeouts to be like 30 minutes, so the screen stays on for 30 minutes, but eventually it's going to go off if you don't interact. So if you want it to stay on, go into developer options. Like I said, I'll link below how to get to the developer options if you don't already know. And you can set that up so that the screen never goes off as long as it's being charged. And my other screen went off. Okay. Let's see here. Be sure that you have a fast connection. So when you download the app, don't be downloading it on mobile. Download it on Wi-Fi, and hopefully your Wi-Fi is more than 25 megabit, you know, at your home or wherever it is you're downloading. But if you take too long to download, then you won't get the credit, and they won't give you the a 4,000 coins to start. So try to make sure that the app downloads in less than 10 minutes, or else you could get gypped out of that 4,000. You know, it's basically $1 worth of income in the first place. Once you run out of options while playing the game, set your brightness like really low, and if you have night mode, use that. So I have them up right now because I'm playing them, but when you get to that point, you want to go in here and just, you know, crank it all the way down. And if you have a night mode, run that too. That way it just brings it down. That way you're not making, because these things don't really technically have a screensaver. They don't have a lot of action going on them. Eventually it's going to screw your screen. I realize these are mostly burner phones, but it's probably just more helpful if you just, you know, don't do that. And then yeah, set a timer. So some of these apps, at the moment you're not seeing like I got tons of spins here, but you eventually run out of those spins. Same with this one, you run out of spins. You can't play the app anymore. So you want to leave it alone, but if you want to come back and mess with it again, you know, set a timer for about an hour and then come back and mess with it. Now you do tend to get a little bit more coins if you interact with the app on a regular basis. You don't have to. You'll still make coins. But I just want to kind of go through this whole concept. I mean, I got Perk running up here, Perk word search. It's just running nonstop. It's been running nonstop for almost a week on all these 4 phones. There's a little trick. I can also link that down in the video below. I mean the comments below area description, so you can see how to kind of force the app to continuously reboot and it'll never kick itself out. And then you can also do the other thing where you can set up the developer options to make sure it stays on all the time, but those have been running forever. And then I got a couple phones down here. I mean, other than this one, that's also running an AppLike. I would stay away from FitPlay for some reason. FitPlay doesn't pay very well. Maybe it depends on where you live, but where I am, FitPlay does not pay anything. But then I've got probably get out of that. You know, I've got AppLike running here, and you know, just HoneyGain. But HoneyGain's on everything. These phones kind of have less memory, so you can't run them like you can run. You need at least 16 gigs of RAM, or you know, storage rather, to run Cash Magnet. So this one only has 8, so it can't run Cash Magnet. Anyways, that's the update for Thursday. Sorry I missed Wednesday. I was out of town on business, and that's it for now.